Dunkin' Donuts. America runs on Dunkin'.
Yeah, well, Canada runs on Timmy's, eh? So fuck off with your fat-ass Krispy Kreme bullshit there, eh, bud? Get yourself a real coffee. Fuck.
Hi everyone, that's a TikTok I saw that really made me laugh. I thought I would share it with you. So, I'm back, apparently. I thought I would sit down. I just made myself a cup of licorice spice, caffeine-free herbal tea, and I wanted to have a little chat with you all. Thought I would share some thoughts I've been having. First of all, I want to say I'm sorry. In my last video, well, not my last video was about the coffin dancers. The video before that, I ended it by saying some things which were said in anger. And I hope you can understand I was feeling very upset at the time. It was wrong for me to lump you all together. I believe in the comments section I referred to my viewers as brain dead and so on and so forth. I was livid, actually, at that time. And so I said some things which I regret, and I wrote some things which I regret. And you're not all the same. I cannot lump you all together like that. And it was wrong for me to do that. I want to say that, this whole COVID thing, let me just have a sip of my tea here. It's a very stressful time. I think we can all agree on that. And while I don't mind staying at home, I love being at home. I love having my kids at home. We're having fun. It's all right. I am worried. I'm worried about my elderly friends and family members. I'm worried about my friend's daughter who has diabetes. I know she has a 7.3% chance, I believe it is, of dying from this disease. And as I've said in previous videos, my compassion does not only extend to people I know personally, but I care about others. I care about strangers that I'm reading about in long-term care homes. I care about strangers who have pre-existing health issues and conditions, I should say. I'm worried. And it's causing me stress. So when people come on my channel and start spewing their anti-quarantine stances, it shocks me. I am shocked. I cannot understand supporters or anyone, because these protests are going on all over America. I know there was at least one in Toronto, Canada. These people are getting together, protesting the lockdown. They're saying things like COVID is a hoax. They're advising people to refuse the vaccine when the vaccine becomes available. They're denying science. They're making unscientific claims for which they have no evidence whatsoever. They are spreading misinformation. They're encouraging people to engage in activities which are harmful to themselves, harmful to other humans, and harmful to the planet. I'm going to share a link with you in the description about evangelicals in the USA who defied social distancing guidelines and how they are dying of the coronavirus in frightening numbers. This is not just about you. I have a friend on Facebook I recently blocked because he was saying that he chooses what to get vaccinated for based on what he feels he needs, and because he's not elderly and because he doesn't have any pre-existing. This is not about you. What you're basically saying is that you don't care if you infect others and kill elderly people or kill others that have pre-existing health conditions. You don't care. You are so selfish. You are disgusting. You can spread this virus while asymptomatic. You can have no symptoms and still pass this virus on to someone else who will die from it. You're telling me you don't care if you go kill old people. And what am I supposed to do? Be your friend? Tolerate your comments on my channel? Fuck that. You're disgusting. you should be shamed into oblivion. I'm not going to be your friend. Why would I want to be friends with someone so disgusting? And why would I allow you to share this type of nonsense on my channel that is pro-human? These people are fighting against all I fight for, and it's very upsetting. I want you to understand how frustrating this is for me. I know some of you do understand. I've had people comment and say they do understand my frustration. They understand why I'm upset. But for those who don't understand, when I started this channel, it was with a vision. I had a vision of a future, a better future for humans, a better future for animals and the environment. Yes, I hate dogs. Why do I hate dogs? Because they are destroying the natural world, because they are destroying children's faces. They are destroying human lives. They, unlike humans, are not natural. We created them. They are basically a science experiment gone wrong. They are unnatural. They are unnecessary for our survival. We need them as much as we need hemorrhoids. They occupy no ecological niche. What are they doing here? They are destructive. They are destroying the natural world. Most people believe that purchasing a dog and bringing it into your home, or as they like to call it, rescuing or adopting a dog, is an act of love. It's a form of virtue signaling. Oh, look at me, I got a rescue. Oh, I'm such a great person. What I am arguing is that it is not an act of love. In fact, it is an act of cruelty. I recently uploaded a video, well, that was the video I was talking about earlier, about how dog ownership is cruel. It is. And that's my argument, that this is not loving. What these people think is loving is not loving. In fact, by bringing a dog into your home, you are doing a disservice to the dog, first of all. You're doing a disservice to your children, your family, your community, the environment, wild animals, and so on. It is the opposite of love. It is hatred, and that is the message of this channel. So what I am motivated by is love, not hatred. I've been thinking a lot about this. I got very upset, and then I took a step back for a few weeks, and it's a good thing I did this, because a lot of stuff has become more clear to me. Hold on, I'm going to have another sip of my tea here. That's some good tea. I'm realizing that when I started out with this channel, I think I was feeling a lot of respect for I Hate Dogs, the YouTuber, if you don't know him, because he was putting words to something I've been thinking and feeling for many years. And he does it in a very articulate way. And I really, really enjoyed listening to his videos, and I thought, I want to do something similar. I was inspired by him. I think I felt I was kind of following in his footsteps. But what's become apparent in the last couple of weeks is that I am very much not like I Hate Dogs. We are very, very different, and I'm going to talk about some of the ways we are different. And I wasn't very... this wasn't very clear to me, and I was feeling very frustrated because of different things. For example, statistics show that over 90% of deaths from this virus are in vulnerable groups of the elderly and people with pre-existing conditions. A caring society pulls together with the aim of protecting these vulnerable citizens. Instead, what we have is a society of individuals pulling apart with the aim of pursuing their own personal wants, such as haircuts and iced tea. This is despicable to me. These people are selfish, reckless, and irresponsible, and they make me sick. So when I'm trying to run a channel about dogs, dog awareness, and people come on my channel and try to use it as a platform to spread their anti-human message, which these COVID deniers have. That's what they're doing. These people are anti-human. They don't care about humans. You know, a vaccine is the only hope we have at this point, and they're encouraging people to not get the vaccine. Like, this enrages me. Now, I started thinking, like, well, maybe I'm not the person for this job, right? Because I feel very passionate about a lot of different subjects, not only about the dog thing. But what's become apparent to me is what I said earlier, that I had a vision when I started this channel, and I'm realizing that it wasn't exactly the same vision I Hate Dogs has. I Hate Dogs is very anti. He's anti-dog. That's about it. Whereas I have said before in a video, I don't remember which one, maybe more than one, I've hinted at it, I've suggested it, but I haven't made it clear enough that I am pro. While he is anti, I am pro. I am pro natural world. I am pro environment. I am pro human. I am pro child. Because I am pro animal, natural world, environment, child, human, I hate dogs. Because dogs are destroying all those things I am for. All those things I care deeply about. Dogs are destroying. That is why I hate dogs. You know, hold on. Time for another sip of tea. Hold on. I am a very, very loving, very compassionate, very empathetic person. I have been told that I am an empath. I don't know if I believe in that so much, but I have always felt a very deep reverence for the natural world. When I would watch nature shows as a child and I would hear about animals going extinct, I would cry. No one else in my family cried. No one else that I knew really cared all that much, but I would cry and I would have trouble sleeping at night and I would be depressed. Knowing that all these beautiful, amazing species are going extinct. I became very upset when I learned about standard animal agriculture practices, farming, what they do to animals. It devastated me. It made me sick. It made me really upset. And so I decided to change the way I eat. But the point I'm trying to make is that when I became a mother as well, actually, this is not the point. This is just another example. I'll get to the point soon. But when I became a mother, I started to feel sick when I would hear about stories of child abuse and stuff. I never really cared about kids. I used to say I hated kids. And I did for a long time until I had my own. And then it all changed. And then I started to feel that I wanted to be a defender. Or that, not that I wanted to be, I just became a defender of children. It wasn't a choice. It's just that I started to feel compassion, a lot of compassion for kids that I didn't even know, not even my own children. But when I would hear a story about a child being hurt or abused, I could relate to the parents. I just felt this empathy, and it sickened me. It would make me cry because I could imagine my child in that situation. I could imagine myself in the shoes of the parents if the child was hurt or whatever, by a dog or otherwise. I can also put myself in the shoes of the child. Even though I'm not a child anymore, I was a child once. I can imagine what it would be like for a child to be attacked by a dog. I can imagine what it would be like for anyone of any age to be attacked by a dog, or to get a disease that is transmitted by a dog, or to have my relationship end because of a dog, and so on and so forth. I have compassion, and it appears so many people are lacking in compassion, and it boggles my mind. Why do these people not care? The point is, I am very loving. I am very compassionate to a degree that I don't think a lot of people can understand. I think it blows people's minds. Literally, like short circuits their wiring in their brains, because I'm still getting messages regularly from haters accusing me of being a narcissist, accusing me of not being able to handle it when people show compassion to dogs, as if I don't know what compassion is. I want to make something very clear in this video. I am driven by compassion for children, for humans, for wild animals, for livestock, for the environment. I'm not about dog hatred. Yes, I hate dogs, but it's because dogs are the enemy. And yes, I want to say it now, and this is going to probably cause a lot of you people to unsubscribe. I don't care, because I'm realizing I never got into this for subscribers. I don't care about how many subscribers I have. I got into this because I feel a duty to be a voice for the voiceless, to provide a platform for people to come together where they can feel safe, understood, free to express themselves, to share their thoughts and experiences without fear of being attacked by dog worshippers. A place like this is sorely needed. Even I Hate Dogs doesn't maintain a space like this. He allows all kinds of attacks to happen on his channel. He allows dog worshippers to comment. Whereas I have had viewers tell me that they very much would like a place where they can comment without fear of being attacked. I decided to provide that for them. I've been accused as a result of not being able to handle criticism. I don't care. Accuse me of whatever you like. I know why I'm doing this. I feel good about doing this. I think such a place is important to have. And a lot of people have thanked me profusely for providing it. Hold on, another sip of tea here. So, I'm going to continue to provide that. But what I want to say is that not only do I hate dogs for destroying the things I care about. If you haven't watched my videos about how dogs are driving wild animals to extinction, spreading diseases, it goes on and on and on. I envision a world with, green grass and birds that are not afraid to stick around and sing their beautiful songs. They're not scared away by dogs. I envision a world that is just so much more beautiful. It will be so much more beautiful without dogs. That is my vision. But I also envision a world where children are growing up feeling wanted, feeling loved, and receiving more time, more attention, more nurturing from their parents, from society as a whole, because society is not busy worshiping dogs and diverting all those things to dogs instead, like they're doing now. And children are suffering for it. My vision is so broad, I don't think people can understand it. They think I'm all about just hating dogs. No, I am about a better future. What do we need for a better future? Well, we need to get dogs out of our communities, but we need better parenting. We need to change the way we eat if we want to survive as a human species. And this is the thing that would get me really upset and confused and just frustrated and angry, that people who I called my supporters would, come on my channel and leave anti-child comments. How am I supposed to deal with that? This channel is not anti-child, and this is what I want to make clear. My channel is pro-child. If you are anti-child, you don't belong here. Go to I Hate Dogs' page and hang out over there. Because my channel is not for you. My channel is pro-human. If you're anti-human, go over to I Hate Dogs. You don't belong on my channel. If you want to come and spread your anti-human ideas here, such as anti-vaccination, whatever, you're not welcome here, because I am pro-human. You want to talk about how important and necessary it is to eat meat, which is completely false and not supported by science. Go do it somewhere else. You're not welcome on my channel. My channel is about science, rational thought. I provide peer-reviewed scientific evidence to back up all of my claims, except for my opinion pieces, which I have. When I state a fact, it is a fact that I can back up with evidence. Many people, it seems, don't understand the difference between facts and opinions. Facts they are supported by evidence. Opinions are not. Opinions are personal beliefs. Facts remain true whether or not you believe in them. The thing about science is that it's true whether or not you believe in it. So I find it so frustrating to deal with people who are irrational, who are science deniers. They cling to their beliefs as though their beliefs are facts, and they don't seem to understand the difference, and it just drives me crazy. I know that I'm a very critical person. I'm very, very critical of other people, and it's a fault of mine maybe, but I don't see it that way. I see it as an asset. I have very high standards when it comes to my friendships and relationships. This spares me a lot of drama. It spares me a lot of toxicity and dysfunction in my relationships. It frees me to have healthy relationships with healthy people, which are very rewarding and enjoyable. And because I just get frustrated, like I've said in the past, with stupid people. They drive me crazy. So when a person argues against facts and science, even like my supporters, I feel like I'm talking to a dog worshiper who is in denial, who's denying reality. And I get so frustrated that I just don't want to deal with them. Then I think, yeah, maybe I am too critical. Maybe I do need to be more tolerant. After all, I was not always somebody who felt strongly about children's rights. I used to feel like I hated kids. I used to say that. I didn't always care about all the things I care about to the degree I care about them today. So I have to realize not everyone out there is going to care about the things I care about to the same degree. So maybe it really is unfair of me to be so intolerant. But I think there's a difference between actively fighting against the things I fight for. For instance, being like anti-child. Yeah, I used to be anti-child. I don't know, it's really hard. Be I have to work on that. I just get really upset now when people are anti-child. I would be very upset with myself if I met my past self today. That person would really, really annoy me. I would not want to be friends with that person. So yeah, I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect. I'm a human being with faults, and I'm going to think about how I want to respond to viewers who may not necessarily care about the things I care about to the same degree, but I'm not going to tolerate any, anti-child, anti-animal, anti-environment, science denying. There's a difference between, just not caring about something or not thinking about something all that much and actively fighting against something from a position of ignorance and denying facts and denying science. That, I guess, is what I am not able to tolerate. People who make false claims and cling to their beliefs while rejecting science and facts. That is what drives me crazy. I don't expect everyone to love children, but I do expect them to respect children. I guess, I don't know. I'm gonna think more about that. It's a tough one. And anyways, This channel, I'm thinking, needs to be reframed. I'm considering changing the title of my channel to I Love the Natural World. Because that is my motivation. It is to preserve, to protect, and defend the natural world. People accuse me of hating animals. I love animals to a degree you cannot even comprehend. It is love that motivates me to make these videos. It is love for the oceans that are dying of acidification. I mean, I could just go on and on. I have so much I want to say. But, you know, when these longtime supporters reveal themselves to be child haters, or they, you know, say that they don't care about the environment, they don't care about animals, it's very demoralizing. It makes me question, what am I doing with my channel? Because like I said, my channel is about so much more than just dog hatred. When these lockdown protesters are displaying the words, Jesus is my vaccine, these people are proffering first century solutions to a 21st century problem. You know, the people that come on my channel and want to spread their COVID ideas, they have done, more than one person has tried to do this, and I shut them down. What am I supposed to do? Right? Someone said to me, oh, now you're going after your viewers. Oh, I thought you were cool. I'm not going after anyone. These people are coming onto my platform to spread their misinformation when I have said in the past, I've pleaded with my viewers to stay on topic. I have explained how introducing these unrelated, controversial subjects is only going to drive us apart. I have said that we need to remain focused on what we have in common, which is, you know, our desire to expose the truth about dogs and their owners. People continue to come on my channel and talk about guns and abortion and all these controversial things, which I've asked them not to talk about. And some may accuse me of introducing topics such as veganism and child rearing. But these things are tied in with dogs. I mean, you know, this is where it gets really confusing, because you could argue, well, so are guns and so is abortion. Yeah, I suppose. And it's really hard. And I've been wrestling with this. How do I deal with this? You know, how do I talk about how dogs are damaging the environment without talking about the meat industry, the pet food industry? How do I avoid that subject, right? How do I talk about the damage dogs are doing in society without addressing parenting and how parents are showing more attention and adoration to dogs than they are to children? You know, how do you keep those subjects out? I don't know. So I've been wrestling with this. Do I narrow the scope of my channel and keep it just about dogs and hating dogs? Well, you know what? There's another place you can do that. That's I Hate Dogs' channel. I Hate Dogs, by the way, I'm going to say a few things about him. Now, I'm not one to gossip. I don't really like to talk badly about people. I really don't like to engage in this, but I'm going to say this. The way he disappeared for months, I think it was almost 6 months or something, he was gone, while his supporters were pleading with him to give us a sign that he's okay. They were genuinely concerned about his well-being. They were speculating that maybe he was killed by dog worshippers. They were very, very worried about him, asking him, please let us know you're okay. He ignored all of those messages. Comes back 6 months later, uploads like nothing. No explanation as to where he's been. You know what that is? That's abuse. To make people, you know, worry about you and show all this concern while you completely ignore them is unfair. When you have a YouTube channel and you have people subscribe to your channel, I believe you have a relationship with them in a sense, and you have an obligation. You have like a responsibility in that relationship to communicate. I Hate Dogs never communicates with his fans. He never hearts any comments. He never responds to people's comments. He doesn't answer people's questions. And I think that is very rude. I think it's very disrespectful. I would never do that to my viewers. Even like, let's say there was something going on in my life that I didn't want to talk about. I was going to stop uploading for a while because I had some personal things going on, I would just say, I've got some personal stuff going on, guys. I'm going to be gone for a while, but don't worry about me. I'll be okay. You don't have to go into details, but he gives his viewers nothing. And I just think that that's very dysfunctional. I think it's abusive. And I think it's really disturbing how most of his supporters, it seems, continue to call him king and appear to worship the ground he walks on. I find that very creepy and distasteful and just sick, frankly. And I'm not like that. I want to distinguish myself from I Hate Dogs. I used to feel like I was, doing the same work he's doing. I'm very different from I Hate Dogs. I welcome feedback from people, my viewers, if they have ideas. I've often made videos based on their suggestions. I interact with my viewers, and I want to continue to do that. And and this is a problem because I'm very very passionate person. I feel deeply about a lot of things. So for a while I was thinking, well, maybe the only way to succeed in having a channel like this is to be more cool and aloof like him and just distance myself from my viewers, right? And just not get caught up in what they're saying. But that's not me. I'm not a person that can ignore others. There's so much I want to talk about. Like, I've been just thinking about, okay, like if I want to come back to YouTube and start uploading again, because I do have ideas for future videos. How am I going to do this? I think that even if I do change the name of my channel, I'm going to continue to keep the focus on exposing the truth about dogs and their owners. And I'm going to continue to provide a safe place where people can feel free to comment about dogs and not feel afraid of being attacked by dog worshippers. If you want to be attacked, go to I Hate Dogs' channel, because he tolerates that kind of dysfunction and toxicity. I'm not going to tolerate it. But what am I going to do with people who come on my channel and try to spread misinformation and myths? Like, I've been thinking about this. I've been accused of being against free speech. You know what? Maybe I am, because this is the reality. We are living in a world where a large percentage of the population is very dumb. Now, I don't know, you can call me judgmental or whatever. It's just a fact that people are really dumb and will believe anything. When you have a population of stupid, gullible people, free speech becomes very dangerous. You get people ingesting hydroxychloroquine, and they're going to be injecting themselves with disinfectants. If you say it's a good idea to do so, they're going to do it. I can upload a video today and make up some crazy story explaining that we should all wear tinfoil hats and we should I can say that COVID is actually spread by aliens, and the proof is that the Pentagon released some footage recently of UFOs. So, what we need to do is we all need to gouge out our eyeballs with spoons. Yeah, I could just come up with something totally ridiculous and harmful like that, and people will actually do it. There was a man in India recently, I read, he cut off his tongue as an offering to a Hindu god, believing that this would halt the spread of COVID. Now, this is the danger of freedom of speech. When you're dealing with a public that is so stupid, they'll believe anything, even without a shred of evidence. So people who spread these dangerous, unscientific ideas are directly responsible for the spread of this disease and resulting human deaths. I'll repeat that. They are directly responsible. So I'm not going to give them a platform. I look at these people, I think they are anti-human, and I will not tolerate them on my channel. These people are fighting against all I fight for. They are the enemy. So, people continue to subscribe to my channel even after I said I was going to quit, and I've had some people say they hope I come back. They want me to continue uploading. If I do continue to upload, I want to reframe my channel, like I said, and that's what I'm doing with this video. I am not anti, I am pro. If you don't want to fight for the same things I want to fight for, then you can just buzz off. Go to I Hate Dogs, be his faithful supporter. And like I said in a comment, I really think that his supporters are like dogs that have been trapped in the trunk of a car for hours on end. And when you open the trunk, they jump up and down and wag their tails and excitedly greet you and are so happy you're back. And I'm like, what is wrong with you? Like, are you not upset with the way you've been treated? Anyway, so this is going to be a different channel where it's like we're motivated by love here. We are motivated by compassion for all of life. And dogs are anti-life. Dogs are very destructive by nature. And they are just, they occupy no natural ecological niche. They don't belong in this world. They are, as I've said, man-made creatures. They are mutants. They were created by human beings. Nature would never have created them. That's why nature would be much better off without them. And so what is this channel about? It is about being pro-nature, pro-human. I think I've said all I had to say. I'm still not too sure what my channel is going to look like, how I'm going to do this. I suspect a lot of you will feel like you want to quit supporting me. That's okay. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with having just 1 or 2 subscribers or even 0 subscribers, because what I need to do is share my truth. I'm not going to cater to people to make them happy. The only way I can feel good about keeping this YouTube channel is by speaking my truth. Now, there are a lot of different subjects I feel very passionate about, but I will continue to keep the focus on dogs, like I said. So feel free to unsubscribe if you are anti-child or anti-scientific. I have no patience, and I've said this, I have no patience for stupidity. I have no patience for people who deny science. It's one thing to be kind of suspicious of your government, but you cannot deny peer-reviewed science. Somebody coming to my door right now. It's one thing to say, oh, the United States government is, they've harmed people in the past and they can't be trusted. We're not talking about the United States. This is one thing about Americans, I swear. It's like they have a really hard time understanding that the world is bigger than the USA. And a lot of these scientists that are talking about climate change and other scientific things don't come from America. We're talking about peer-reviewed science, scientists from around the world, from different countries. We're talking about a consensus where they agree on the validity of their findings, on their evidence. How can you deny that? It's beyond me. I just cannot understand how people's brains work. And I see these people, these science deniers, as the enemy. Because like I said, they are fighting against what I fight for. And what I fight for, like I said, is a better future for humanity. There will not be a better future for humanity if human beings go extinct. I have supporters who are anti-child and actually advocate for the extinction of the human species. What are you doing on my channel? Maybe it's because I did not make it clear. They were thinking that my channel was just another dog-hating channel, like I hate dogs. Well, that's not what my channel is about. I am pro-human. If you're not, please leave. I am pro-animal. I love animals. Wild animals. Natural animals. If you don't, please leave. I care about, animal. I have compassion. I Hate Dogs puts up videos of dogs being burned alive and shit. I don't like dogs, as you all know, but I feel sick to my stomach when I see dogs being tortured. I don't want to see that. Why? Because I have compassion. I don't want to harm dogs. It's disgusting to see. I don't want to know. People have commented on my channel about how they want to kill dogs and torture dogs. Like, no, that is not what I am about. I want dogs to disappear, but the way that is going to happen is by human beings making them illegal to own, illegal to breed. We will eventually breed them out of existence. If we stop breeding them, there will be less and less of them. As the demand for them drops, so will the supply. Now, there will probably be some feral dogs left behind that will breed on their own. I say we deal with them in the exact same way we deal with any other dangerous predator that loses its fear of humans and ventures into our communities. What do? We kill them. That is the rational thing to do. Dogs are not exceptional. They are able to kill us in the same way bears and cougars and wolves are. Some dogs are too small to kill or seriously injure people, but no matter how big or small the dog is, they are all pests. Dogs make horrible noises that drive people crazy. Their barking and their howling and their whining is irritating, keeps people up at night, interferes with their sleep. Man, I'm just repeating myself. Watch my video about barking and how it affects our health. But when they're not barking, they're spreading disease, they're getting into our garbage, they're strewing garbage all over the place, they're just, destroying property. What do we do with pests? What do we do with rats? What do we do with mice? Well, we should do the same thing with dogs. Dogs are not exceptional. They are pest animals, just like those other animals that we kill. So we should kill feral dogs. There's nothing wrong with doing that, just as there's nothing wrong with ridding our environments, our human communities, of pests. Our human communities were built by humans for humans, and there is no reason we humans should have to tolerate the presence of a pest animal that causes so many problems for us, that spreads disease, that, just repeating myself, but it's ridiculous. And this is not a question of hate. It's a question of love for humans, wanting to improve the quality of our lives. But that's how I see the future without dogs. It's going to be a gradual phasing out of dogs. It's going to be a slow process. It will not happen in my lifetime. But as awareness is raised, it's going to happen as it happened with smoking or any other social change where social attitudes changed. They didn't change overnight. It takes generations for people's views to change. And what I'm going to do with my channel is stress the pro aspect. Being pro-human, being pro-child, being pro-environment, being pro-animal means you want to eliminate dogs. You want to eliminate the presence of dogs from our society and from the wild, actually. What are we going to do with these wild... Well, I guess in time, the feral dogs would find a niche to occupy in nature. I don't know. What do you think? Do you think if we just let feral dogs be feral, that they will eventually find a place in the natural world and balance? How do I say that? Like there's a natural balance in nature. Would dogs be able to fit into that balance? I don't know. I don't know if that could ever happen. I'm not really sure. But what I'm saying, the point is, I don't want people to go around and start killing dogs. That's not what I'm about. All right. I want to raise awareness so that people stop wanting to own these things and quit buying them, and so that the demand will drop because there will be less people breeding them into existence. That's my vision. And I am about love. I am about compassion. I am distinct from I Hate Dogs. My channel is life affirming. I want to make that very clear. I think I am going to change the name of my channel. I love the natural world. And I don't know, this is still a work in progress. I don't know. If you feel like this is not something you are for, please leave, unsubscribe, and there's a place for you. I Hate Dogs, he's uploading again. Go to his channel and hang out over there. But if you are pro-child, pro-environment, pro-animal, pro-natural world, this is the place to be. The focus will be on dogs and raising dog awareness, because I think there are enough other channels, other people speaking out about the other problems, environmentalists and, whatever, biologists are talking about animal extinction and stuff like that, but there are not a lot of people talking about dogs and the damage dogs are doing to the natural world. And so I think that's my job, and that's what I intend to do, but coming at it from a place of love and compassion. And so if you are fighting against the things I fight for, you're not welcome here. I don't know, I'm just thinking about what I need to do. How do I want to run this channel? I think things are going to change. I'm not really sure what that change is going to look like. I guess we'll learn as we go. I think I made it clear now what my intentions are with this channel. I have an idea for a future video. My next video that I want to upload is going to be about the dogs of war. Recently, I've been watching a lot of videos about World War I. Not videos, movies. Well, and videos too. There's a channel on YouTube called The Great War. They have some very interesting videos, but I've recently watched a movie called Come and See, which is a Belarusian film, so there are subtitles, but it is the most intense and horrifying and realistic war movie I have ever watched. Do watch it if you get a chance, it's amazing. And recently I rewatched Schindler's List, and I noticed, it's something that I didn't notice the first time around, but their use of dogs in that movie, well, in the war actually, they really focused on how dogs were used to control and intimidate and terrorize people. And I've been looking into that, and actually dogs have been used in this way, and for attacking people. They've been used in this way for thousands of years. And it's something that I want to talk about, so I'm going to work on that. And, I hope that some of you will still stick around, because I do appreciate your suggestions for videos. Your ideas are always very welcome. And I enjoy having a relationship with you. I enjoy your presence in my life. Because your presence in my life is like, it gives me hope. So yeah, I'll see what happens to my subscriber count. That's about all I wanted to say. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye. I love birds so much. They're like these amazing little dinosaur-like fascinating creatures. And the reason I can sit out here on my deck and listen to their beautiful songs is because I don't have a dog barking its head off and frightening them away.